Hello everybody, I will start my today another live coding session. So today I solve this question, decode ways. You have intercepted a secret message encoded as a string of numbers. The message is decoded by the following mapping. 1 to A, 2 to B, 25 to Y, 26 to Z. However, while decoding the message, you realize that there are many different ways you can decode the message because some codes are containing other codes. 2 and 5 versus 25. Yes, definitely. For example, 11106 can be decoded into AAJF with the grouping 1110 6. Yeah, 1, 1, and 10 and 6. KJF with the grouping 11, 10, 6. Yeah. So the problem is how I separate the digit string. Split. So the grouping 11106 is invalid because 06 is not a valid code. Only 6 is valid. Note, there may be strings that are impossible to decode. Given a string as containing only digit, return the number of ways to decode. If the entire string cannot be decoded in any valid way, return 0. The test cases are generated so that answer fit in the 32-bit integer. Okay, I see. So let me start with clarifying my understanding. So confirming my understanding of this question. So clarification. So I'm giving a string, secret message, which is string. But this includes only digit. Yep. And I will return number, which is integer. So number of decoding ways. This can be 0. Okay. So this is the interface, and as a constraint. So the first thing I'm wondering is secret. Yeah, as was said, secret may not be decoded. So this means that it can be something like, impossible. In that case, I should return 0, but I'm just wondering if it can be A, B, C, or something like that. So it doesn't matter, actually, because I just have to return 0, but I just wanted to confirm. So I take a look. S consists only digit and may contain reading zeros. Okay, so yes. No. So it consists of A to Z. No, 0 to 9 only. I see. Good, okay. So let me take a look at example. So let's say I'm given something like 101. In this case, maybe this is the easiest one. Maybe this can be A, or maybe I can take this part. So, for the first one, I have two options. Take 1 as A, or take 11 as, which is it? A, B, C, F, G, H, I, J, K. K? So when I take K, this one is not, the second one cannot be used anymore, and the only option is using A. So if I add this one too, so here I have two options again. Take AA or take K. Yeah. So I actually don't count all of them, but what my, the idea is that every time in every position, I would think if I should take A or AK, A or K, and for each case, I continue from the next remaining string. So definitely I can use the you know, recursion, and also I can use the moreover I can use the dynamic programming. Yeah. So where so the thing is, um, I have two options, choosing A or K, and for remaining string, I continue that recursively. I can use the recursion here. And once I continue, how many decoding ways there are after specific index, I can just reuse it again and again. Yeah. I don't have to calculate it again and again. So that's why I use the memorization. And so here I can say it uses recursion with memorization, which is a dynamic programming. Okay. So that being said, the interface should look like this. So I will, take the start index and I will return num ways. Yeah. So I will do the complexity analysis quickly. So for time complexity, this start index can be n variations, assuming that the length of the given string secret is n. So, and for each, I can say I have to think what can be the first, which string can, for the suffix, for the prefix, okay, so let's say in this case, this is a start index. So I will think how I can do the decoding for the first, prefix. In this case, 1 can be decoded in this way, and 11, yes, can be the kind of one of the decoding ways. So I actually have to take a look at two cases. So only single digit character or 2-digit character. So take 1 digit or take 2 digits. And for each, I call the recursive function. Yeah. So, and obviously base case is that start index is equal to 0. Sorry, length of the given string. Yeah. So in total, this takes the constant time in this recursive function, aside from another recursive function calls, because I have to take care of only two cases. So each recursive function takes O of 1, and this can be called O of n times. So in total, time complexity is n times 1 is O of n. Yeah, because I start from number is 0. For space complexity, I need the, recursion stack and also memo. Recursion stack and memo. The recursion stack could take over in space. In the case, I take one character each time, and in that case, the depth of the recursive function should be n. For memo, this is the key value cache. This can be O of n because the key start index can take n values, and for each, I just have to memorize the num ways, which is integer, which is constant space. So in total, it should take O of n for memo. In total, it should take O of n in total. Okay, let me get started with the implementation. So as the base case, in this case, I can say the decoding exactly ended as the end of the string. So I have found one way to decode it. I return 1 here. So yeah, in the normal case, as I said, take 1 digit to 2. So how can I do? So this is a single digit prefix. And this is the, 2 character prefix. So single digit would be 2 digit. So from here, I have to confirm this single digit is inside of the, mapping. So I should define the mapping here. So digit to char. So num to char. Like this. So I can say if this single digit is inside of, num to char, a bit confusing, maybe string num to char. Yes, I can continue. So with start index plus 1. Okay. So added here. Good. Okay. So now I will take a look at 2-digit prefix. But I have to take care if, I have to make sure that there are 2 characters remaining. So if yeah, in this case only. And I do the same. Maybe I can rename this to string. 2-digit string in string num to char. Yes, in that case, I add this. Then I return read. Okay, so this is it. So let me dry run my code. Definitely the test case I try to include is this case. In this case, I should return 2 because I have 11 or 1, 1. Also, I just want to test this case too. In this case, there shouldn't be any way to decode it, so I should return 0. Okay, so I will go with 0 case. So when this is 0, in line 51, self.s is string 0, and I call it with self.number is 0. And here, in line 57, start index 0 isn't 1, so I go to line 60 and the read is 0. Firstly, single digit string. This should be self.s, the first character, which should be now 0. And I confirm that 0 is not into the hash map. So I go to line 66, and here start index 0 and self.s ranks is now 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So this isn't true in line 66. I go to line 71 and I return read, which is still 0. Okay, so I passed this test case. So I could confirm that if there isn't any match, I just return 0. Okay, in this case, 11. So I call with start index 0. So 0 is not 2. So I go to line 57. Root is now 0. And single digit string is now 1. So single digit string is yes inside of the hash map. I think I actually don't need the body of this hash map. It isn't used, but it's okay. So yes, it's inside of the hash map. So I go to line 61 and I call the self.num ways with start index plus 1. So I can do it in this way. Yep. So for this one, when I go into that, so it still have to read something. So in the recursive function, when start index is 1, so it has only single digit 1. So actually this should return 1. I don't go into that here, but basically that is it. So I expect that this returns 1. And I come back and then I will check numWays 2. So numWays 2, oh sorry, so I go to line 68. And start index is 0, length of self.s is 2, 2 minus 2 minus 0, so this is true in line 68. So I go to line 69 and I get 1, 1. And this 1, 1 is inside of the hash map. So read plus equals start index plus 2, like this. And for this one, sorry, this should be 1 because I can't take 2 characters here. And here, nums 2. So this is a base case, and actually this is calculated it already. So this returns 1. So in total, nums ways 0 is 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. Yeah. So I actually passed this test case. So that being said, I could cover all the lines. So I'm pretty confident in my code. The remaining thing I have to do is here. So, maybe I don't hard code it. Let me change it to string nums. Then maybe I can do something like this. In this way, 1 to 26 string without reading zeros are created. I can test it in this way. Invalid character. See, self.s. Two-digit string. Typo. Okay, good, accepted. Great. So let me quickly wrap up. So today's of the question, decode ways. So this is completely the typical dynamic programming question, and I solved it with top-down DP. So I'm given the string, and I will return the number of decoding ways. The string consists of only digit, and each digit from 1 to 26 can be decoded into English letter. Yep. So I use the recursion, top-down DP here in this question. Yeah. So basically the recursive function takes the start index in the given string as the argument, and I put the number of ways, decoding ways from each string into the cache. So with that, I basically use the recursion, and for each, once I calculate the result, I can reuse it again and again. So it takes only the overwhelm time complexity in total. Okay, that being said, I finished my today's coding practice. Thank you so much. Bye.